But this flavor of number 2 is Old Bay. You want to know why? Because it got all types of peppers in it. Black pepper, red pepper, any pepper. It takes it all. And it's strong if you use too much of it. Real strong. Anyhow, tonight I am just sipping regular good old Lipton tea, okay? I always flip it the wrong way. Good old Lipton tea, okay? And I'm drinking out of this hot stuff mug. Because when I see him in that strong suit, oh, Lord. I was cracking up. I said, no, you didn't get up here and say what I think he just said. And I can't even remember the words right, but I know he said he was going to be washed of sin. I said, oh, he's tripping. Because I was taught a lot of stuff, and we're going to get into that. So, first off, I have to say that back in August of 2016, I actually went to church, and I went to church a lot. I did. And even when I wouldn't go to my home church, I would visit other people's churches. Because, you know, you got to show up, you got to show out, you got to support. It's all about that commitment. That's what I've been taught. And now with all these things coming out about strong bottoms and things about the Kool-Aid resurfacing, I said, Lord, Lord, Lawd. I better not be going back up into the church. But I have been going back. So don't none of you church people send for me, because I ain't send for none of y'all. Don't you try it. Don't you dare. Because I'm prayed up over here. Okay? And then they got to talking about Joel over there getting private jets with parishioner money. I said, we can't win. Now, what I will say is that these are all men. Or whatever, you know, they want to call themselves. They're human beings. But let's get to what happened to me. So back in August of 2016, Reverend Stan, God rest his soul, told me and the rest of the congregation that some refer to churches as corporations. And when he said the churches are corporations, he said some refer to church corporations as McDonaldism. I said, McDonaldism? I can barely pronounce that. What are we talking about, Reverend? Like, what? What's he saying to me? And he said, you want to know why? I said, why? And people around me said, why? He said, because you can have it your way. I said, ooh, that's deep. He said, you can have it your way. I said, oh, go ahead and preach, preacher. Okay? And I said, but you can have it your way. Oh, I thought that was Burger King. So then, you know, I got hungry. I got lost. I circled back around real quick, because then he got to preaching, and I said, ooh. He said, especially when you're watching a TV sermon. So, so he knew something back in 2016. And I said, oh, woo. He done called out all the things and prophesied about it back in 2016. And he ain't here no more for you to be upset with him for saying it. Because he said what he said. He was a solid man. But I say all that to say is that these are men or women just like you and me. And although this is like a really serious accusation to make about someone, I feel so conflicted as a person that's been in church all my life. Like, you look at these people through a different lens. Like, they're the celebrity of your life at that point. Like, you look at them through a different lens. But everyone that keeps coming out saying these things can't be lying. Not every single one. And I don't know if it's true or not. All these things are alleged. Oh, shoot. That's why I probably always never go live. Because I can't cut out the stuff that I say. Oh my God. I usually upload everything because I don't want to say the wrong thing. People are so sensitive. That's why I call them tender pricklies. Because they are so sensitive. I'm sensitive too. But about different things. I don't know how you could even show up and tell me that he washed your sins away. If you know it's a sin, this is like the 10 Commandments, for those that know it. If you know it's a sin, you're not supposed to keep doing it, right? Make that make sense. Oh my. Oh, he can't. This has really not only shaken the TV screen, this is shaking the whole dang on calendar for 2023. Because we want to believe. We want to believe. It's easier to want to hold on to the hope of something great than for it not to be there. This is sad. This is really sad. And this is not the first time Strong Bottom has done something conflicting. So it just really, it really hurts that I know for a fact, I know a lot of people that follow you. A lot. And as soon as they start talking about you, I say, oh, I don't know. Oh, I will pull that out yeah. Because I was taught, if you don't have nothing nice to say, then don't say it. So that's why I'm like trying to coast right now. I want to just get a feel for what the live's hitting for. Because people say if you go live, you do better. And I said, but I'm doing good. I got to watch what I say. I don't want to have a potty mouth. Somebody might see me. And they said, why do you care? I said, I don't know. I don't want you to have this image of Miss T with a potty mouth. So, with that being said, this is sad. So we're leaving number 2, the flavor of Old Bay. Probably not in 2023 or 2024. Man, this is going to go on for a minute. Because I keep hearing things. And I keep hearing things. And then he's running over striking channels. If it ain't true, why are you striking channels? If it's not true, why would you strike the channel? Because that, to me, makes me feel that you have something to hide. And then I seen someone else on another show. Because, again, I keep getting bumped. All over, the creation. When I go to Google and type in Strong Bottom, they say, oh, you like this video. You going to love this video. Oh, you ain't seen this video. And I said, oh, Lord. Oh. And I'm absorbing some of these things. Not all, but some. And it makes me wonder, if there's no validity to all of this, why are you striking channels? And it's of some of my favorite YouTubers. It don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense. If you have nothing to hide and you came out with one strong statement, I'd be cool with it. One strong statement. Enough is enough. That's it. That's all I need you to say. But then you go on into death, and I'm listening to the sermon because somebody sent me a clip, and you said, I ain't got time for no freaks. I said, oh, even the way he said it made me think he had the time, baby. I said, I'll be darned. I got to stop. See, what y'all don't know about me is I portray the role of very serious. But once I get like I am right now, I just can't turn this off. I cannot turn it off, okay? So he's up here talking about he ain't got time. I'm hearing terms I ain't never heard of. You type in that word, strong bottom, and you look for a definition. You're going to get everything from A to Z and in between, and still aren't going to know what it is. Because if you're like me, you don't know. I was too embarrassed to even ask my children what it meant. So I am really conflicted with this whole thing, as I've stated, because I don't know what to believe. Because you can't always believe everything you hear. So I'm conflicted. You let me know what you believe. Let me know. You got the footage? Send it over. I'll review it. I might not like what I see, but I'll review it. I'm open-minded. I try to be. At least today. Oh, on this day today, I'm trying to be open-minded about the situation. Because I don't understand how you could be a false prophet to everyone else. And what you do behind closed doors is your business until you're out here telling these people that they can't do it behind theirs. Now, I have often wondered, even as a child growing up, I've wondered, like, how do they get in these positions like this? All these people that they get in these positions. And it's because at one point in time they were real. Real, no cap. I think that's how they say it, the younger folks. No cap. He was real. She was real. They were real. And now they done folded on us. So everybody's feeling some sort of way. But sometimes when you're faced with this type of adversity, because I'm sure you're feeling the heat right now, you feel like you're having a hot flash from here on up. Hot flash from here on up. All I know is all I need you to say is enough and leave it. And then see where the pieces lay. Don't keep getting up here talking about it. I don't ever want to come to church and hear about the word freak should not be in church. Okay? And then better yet, can somebody explain to me, the older one in the room, what the freak off is? Because I don't know what it means. I don't know what the freak off means. But I was wondering why it wasn't called the freak on. Or the freak me baby. Like the freak me. You know, remember them? Silk? I told y'all my head be all over the place. I don't even understand why y'all up there judging me right now. I know. But I do want to go back to the sermon that Reverend Sam gave that day in August of 2016. Because he talked to us about the sheep. Now, so oftentimes, and I was going to say sometimes, but I feel like I say sometimes too much in the video. So oftentimes, if you want to be correct with it, oftentimes, you know, there's a message behind what's being said, but it's whether you can pick up what I'm putting down when I'm talking. So some people have been here with me, seeing eye to eye with me, and some of you just don't know what I'm talking about. But if you feel what I'm talking about today, based off of this whole segment of number 2, I need you to subscribe. Because I feel like at this point, if I don't get more subscribers, I might fall off again. That's what happened to me last year. I was like, oh, I'm putting out some quality content. I'm up here reading and writing and, investigating and trying not to say the wrong thing before I even get started. And I've been trying so hard. I don't want you guys to hear my potty mouth. I want you guys to see something that I'm really not all the time. I want you just to see the genuine side of me. And that's what I give all the time. Sometimes with a little potty mouth. But y'all don't need to know. Oh, did I say that? Let me clench my half a pearl. Okay. Anyhow, speaking of that, why is it that everyone's running around clenching their invisible pearls like, oh, he couldn't have did this? Yes, he could. Anybody can. Why are you so surprised? Because he has a job, and with the job description said you can't be this, that, the third. But people do it all the time. Stop being surprised. Stop clenching your invisible pearls. Anyhow, where was I going with this? Oh, yes. So, during that sermon, we were talking about different scriptures. And like I said before, and if I didn't in this video, I did another video similar to this one. I said, oh, I should have did this live for you, my subscribers, because I love each and every one of you individually, holding me down, all 68 of you. The one new one, I don't know you that well, but I'll get to know you. You feel me? You feel me? Okay. So, anyhow, Reverend Sam was talking about the sheep. He said how sheep didn't have defense mechanisms, and he talked about how sheep didn't have sense of direction and how they couldn't turn themselves around. You know, the sheep. Still following me? Okay. So then he started talking about the goats. And I don't know too much about goats. I ain't even going to hold you. I don't know nothing about no goats. Okay, I just know oftentimes they drop them off to eat grass, or is that the sheep? See, I told you I don't know nothing about it. Why y'all keep bothering me about it? The goats, they like to roam. The goats are stubborn. And their goats are always suspicious of their leaders. Oh, man, I must have been the goat. Then he started talking about the wolves. And we know wolves are flesh-eating animals. But he said something that really struck me as, I guess, odd, because I never thought of it in this matter, that the wolves always stay away from the shepherd. And they like to hang with the sheep. I was like, oh. Preach, preacher. Okay. So then he said that the wolves like to feed off the flock. I said, oh, they want to hang with them and then feed off of them? Oh. Do you see where I'm going with this? And it wasn't even me. Do you see where Reverend Sam was going with this? Because it was something. So then he starts talking about sheepdogs. And I don't know much about sheepdogs, no, none of that. But, okay. He started talking about how sheepdogs like to protect different church leaders. And they like to protect the shepherd. And then he was talking about how sheepdogs had good qualities because they're constantly in prayer, and how they love the sheep, and how they're loyal to the shepherd, and how they eat meat prepared by the shepherd's hand. It's all about commitment. That was the end of the sermon. It was all about commitment. And for a long, long time, I've been committing myself to the church. Okay? Long, long time. And I stopped going almost a year ago. Whenever I came to YouTube, I stopped going. And YouTube didn't have nothing to do with why I stopped going. But I stopped going. But what I found funny about that whole sermon is back in 2016, when he talked about McDonald'sism, which should have been Burger Kingism, he knew something. He confessed it that day with his mouth. And now all these things are coming out. Strong bottoms, Kool-Aid, juice giving dudes. The other guy, EL, they said, oh, he was not only just giving it to people, they said he was giving it long. I said, oh, Lord, I cannot deal with it. But I hope that somewhere in between here, somebody picked up some clues, because I don't know whether or not any of this is true. I don't know what to believe. I'm like so conflicted. Like, I want to believe that people are human. Well, shoot, I ain't got to want to believe that. It's true. People are human. So I'm going to need everybody to pump their brakes for a minute. Okay, he's a human being. And as human beings, we're allowed to make mistakes. But if you are constantly doing the same thing and you keep getting the same results, it's insanity. So, with that being said, now follow me here. If you are committing a sin, and then you know it's a sin, which you're saying that he's washing your sins away, which he will, but does that make it right? Why'd you get up there and talk like that? Like, why'd you get up there and even say that? Because all you had to say was, enough is enough! That's all you had to say for me, and I would have left it alone. But anyway, the reason why you're at number 2 with a strong bottom is because you have done something that most have not been able to accomplish. You have shut this internet down. Hot darn, he shut it down, baby. And I don't know. I don't even know if he could even compare to who I'm about to talk about in number 1. But we are going to find out. And that flavor is going to be doomed. So stay tuned to watch that one. And I'm sure it won't be live. You want to know why? Because with live, I have to continuously talk and not be able to drink. Now, if you guys let me know that you do not mind that I have to take a sip because my mouth is always dry, because I have a condition, my mouth is always dry. If you don't mind me taking sips in between, I will come live as often as you want to see me live. You send me a message. Hey, Miss T, what's up? We live today? We can be live. We can talk about anything. It don't have to be any of this, because this is garbage. I like to talk about upbeat, uplifting stuff. Like, I seen this little boy. Oh, I got to do a clip about this separate after the countdown. But you know how in my one video I'm talking about the Vaseline that I put on my skin? The Vaseline. See that? The Vaseline only, okay? Because I got to do that. Because some people be talking crazy. The Vaseline. Okay. Someone sent me a video of a little boy playing in Vaseline, and it just made my day because he didn't call it Vaseline. So we are going to do that one live if I could have someone come and help me and show me how to do screenplay. Because I can't. Well, I just learned how to do it on a still video, and in the background add a little picture here, put some words here, do that. I have not figured out how to do it live yet. Oh, you guys got to catch me up. I told y'all I need help. But I do thank you guys for watching. So keep on sipping and we'll be back. Good night. I don't even know how to turn it off. Oh, YouTube, help me. Oh, maybe just hit X. Goodbye.